Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm Monica May. Welcome to One Take Live. Listen, this has been one heck of a year, or we're grown one hell of a year between COVID and so many other devastating things. We have a young lady with us tonight that really doesn't need an introduction. Tanisha Nunn Gary has been holding it down for Black commerce here in Central Florida during this time. And we would just want to say welcome to you. But first of all, we want to say thank you. Thank you for your tireless efforts, you and your team, of trying to make things as normal as possible for Black businesses here during this COVID time and just period. 2020 has been a you know what.
Yes, it has. Great evening, Miss Monica. Thank you so much for having me, and hello to all of the listeners out there. But you're correct. This has been a year. I'm sure when the new year rang in, we did not expect, or we could never have imagined all that we would be faced this year. But nevertheless, as a people, we do what we've always done. We forge on, for sure.
We do. And with great leadership too, because some people may have taken that as like, oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But you took it as an opportunity to almost say, I've got some golden rings I can use. There are some things out there that we can share with our members. And what are some of those things that were COVID ready for some of the members of the African American Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, great question, Miss Monica. And thank you for that compliment, because true leadership has to show up in times when things are hard. It's a little easier to lead when things are good and things are going well. But when you're faced with what we've all been faced with now, with the pandemic and the social injustice and the political unrest, everything we've been faced with, at the chamber, we had to pivot, just like all of our members and other businesses, and said, okay, how are we going to step up and make sure that we are available and we're here for our members? So one of the first things that we did as a team is we created webinars, and it was a way to get out information about grants, applications for loans. It was so much going on. And as you know, businesses were hurting. A lot of them were closed, or they were, their services weren't needed at the time. So we really had to be a place of resources and information for our members.
Mm-hmm. And some of those webinars were not the kinds that you would expect either. You did some pretty phenomenal moments, and you invited everyone to attend, not just your chamber members. You invited all of the Black commerce, everyone.
We did. Of course, first and foremost, we look out for our chamber members, but
yes,
everybody was hurting. And there was so much information that we wanted to share. And you're correct. Of course, it's the chamber. We are about businesses, particularly supporting and advancing Black businesses. But we also had a few webinars where we took a look at the pandemic and how it was disproportionately affecting the Black community. So we had some doctors come out and some healthcare workers and talk to us about what we could do and, things that we could do personally to protect ourselves and our families. We also had a webinar on mental health in the pandemic.
Yes.
And, how that was affecting us as well. And it still is. So, we focused on business, but we also focused on other issues that affected our community. We participated in 2 political hobnobs, and our virtual guide on the election. We wanted to make sure that members of our community, that they were versed and they knew about the amendments that were going to be on the ballots, not just all of the other offices. So yes, we took this time and said, we may all be in a virtual space, but now we can use our voices and our resources to reach even a greater audience. So we took advantage of that.
So did you get a drive in your membership maybe during this time? How did it affect?
We did. We had greater attendance in these virtual webinars than we did when we were having them in person.
Right.
But yes, we have seen a significant increase in new members joining the chamber. And I think that's for several reasons. A chamber is a community. It's a place where you can go and you're with like-minded people who are starting businesses, or they've been in business for a while, and you can bounce ideas off of each other. Being a business owner and entrepreneur, it can be a lonely world, and so if you join a chamber such as ours, you can come, and even in a virtual space, you connect with people who have similar interests, who may be able to guide you on some of, tell you about some of the pitfalls that they went through. And then also, we were very blessed early on. We had a chamber member who anonymously stepped up, and their company donated $100,000 to our chamber.
Wow.
And that was a way, yes. And that was a way for us to give out grants only to chamber members. And so when I think the word got out on social media and in our newsletter that it was only for chamber members, we did have a significant increase at that point, because I think really people realize there is a huge return on your investment. You come and you join at $175, and you may have the chance at a $5,000 grant or a $20,000 grant. I think it's worth that membership. So so we have seen a drive in our members, and we're happy about that. We want the chamber to be a place for all Black businesses here in Central Florida, that they're welcome, that they can come, and that we can help guide them grow their businesses.
And the chamber actually spreads into 6 counties as well. So you're not just here in Orange and Orlando, huh?
That's correct. We have Osceola, Seminole, Volusia, Lake, and Brevard counties. We have all 6 counties. And we've really grown. Most of what we do is here in Orange County. We're housed at the National Entrepreneur Center at the Fashion Square Mall. But we also have members in Brevard County. We have members in Volusia County. So Seminole, Osceola, we really do have a huge footprint. And one of the great things about being a member of the chamber, and what I really love, is when members support each other and they do business together. For instance, you're a member of our chamber, and we're so thankful to have you. And we're partnered with you. The city of Orlando is a member of our chamber. We've partnered with Commissioner Hill, and we have adopted 3 families for the holidays. And you're fabulous. Yes, you and your husband are providing the catering for those families. And so we like to support our chamber members. I'm actually having my hot tea, and this mug comes from one of my chamber members, LT Supplies and Services.
Okay.
So, every opportunity we have, we support each other. And that's what a chamber should be about.
This is so true. Let me go back a minute though, because a lot of people may be meeting you for the first time. We know of some of the other chamber presidents, and there you are. What, number 5?
That's a great question. I think number 6, actually.
Number 6. Wow.
Yeah.
So when you came in, like what drove you to think about even becoming the chamber president? Because I know that you're an attorney. Yeah.
Yes. So I practiced law for 18 years. And in that realm, I was an advocate for my clients. I practiced personal injury, wrongful death, and medical malpractice law, all plaintiffs' work for the injured. And so, when I was looking to say, it's been 18 years, it's time for a change, what else can I do? And I decided to apply for this position. It was the perfect fit for me, because I love talking, as you can tell. And then I love being an advocate. And this is just using those skills where I was an attorney advocating for my clients. And now I'm the voice, and I advocate for my members. So it was an easy transition and a natural transition for me into this role.
Where are you from?
I am from a very small town in South Georgia that nobody's heard of, but I'm going to make people know about it here in Central Florida. Blackshear, Georgia. Blackshear is about an hour from Savannah, and it's about 45 minutes from the Georgia-Florida line. So born and raised in Blackshear, Georgia.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Spelman, HBCU Pride. Yes.
Amen. Okay.
All my sisters.
And you studied business or law?
I was actually a political science major, which is a very common major for those of us who go to law school. Yeah.
So in your tenure at the chamber, what have you learned? What have you learned about Tanisha Nunn Gary?
Well, let's see. I have learned, and I already knew this about myself, but I think it went to a whole nother level. I have learned that I can take on any challenge, and no challenge is never too big for me. And there have been some challenges. That's anytime an organization is
Yeah.
going through change, there will be some challenges.
Mhm.
And so when I came on board, I didn't have any staff. And I, had not been a part of the chamber, to be quite honest. And so I'm learning the chamber. And at the same time, I'm building the chamber. But I am so proud of with the support of the board and with the entire chamber team and the Central Florida community and our
Yeah.
members, that we have been able to really, make some significant strides for our members and within the chamber. This has been the year of inaugural events. We had our first golf outing,
How did
and
that go?
it went extremely well. It was supposed to
Good.
be in May, but we had to postpone it until October. And it went extremely well. So when I got this position, that was something that a lot of the chamber members said, that they really wanted a golf outing, because a lot of business deals are made on the golf course, and it is true.
This
So it
is
was a
true.
time to bring business executives, small businesses, community leaders together to have a little fun and network. Of course, we had to do it safely with the pandemic. And
Mhm.
you were a part of another inaugural event that we had this year, which was our virtual business conference, a 2-day conference. And, we didn't expect it to be virtual, but we did it. And you were there with us, screaming from Full Sail University. You
That was
hosted our
great.
empowerment luncheon.
Mhm.
So, we still wanted to give our members what they asked for, and quite frankly, what they need now more than ever.
Mhm. Looking at 2021, what's ahead for the African American Chamber of Commerce?
Well, we're looking ahead, and I'm going to jump to August of 2021, where we're going
Okay.
to come back together for that business conference. One of the initiatives I wanted to see for our chamber is to have a business conference where people can come, learn, and grow.
Mhm.
And so we're going to do that again. And that's always in August, which is known nationally as Black Business Month. But what I learned this year, some of our members weren't quite ready for the conference, day 2 of the conference, which is supplier diversity matchmaking. And our members who are certified minority business enterprises can have a one-on-one conference and meeting with either a governmental entity or a corporate entity to talk about contracting opportunities. But
Mhm.
you must have a capability statement. You must be certified. So we're going to start the year off making sure that we provide those resources for our members, so that when
Mhm.
it's time to register for that conference, they're ready.
Mhm.
So in January, actually on January 17th, we're going to host a webinar, How to Write a Capability Statement. In
Okay.
Yes. And
Mm.
so then in February, we will host a webinar on the importance of having an online presence and a website. Websites help to drive revenue. If you
True.
don't have a website, you will have so many missed opportunities. And so even when you're looking at contracting opportunities, no corporate entity is going to want to do business with you if you don't have an online presence or a website.
Mhm.
So in order to make sure our members are ready for that business conference in August, we're going to spend the first 2 quarters of the year having webinars and having training, mentoring sessions to get them ready for that.
Do you train in that elevator speech? Because that is so important. That pitch, that unexpected pitch sometimes is can make or break a person in their company.
Oh, Miss Monica, you're so correct. Yes, not only for the business owner, but everyone that is associated, all of the employees.
Mm.
Someone who works with you on your team might be out somewhere and have on a logo on your shirt or something. And when
That's
someone
right.
asks them, well, what does that company do? They need to be ready and have the pitch. So
Pop it.
yes, that is something that we do work with our members on as well.
Okay. All right. So how can we, if we want to become a member, do we go to blackcommerce.org or what do we do?
Absolutely. You can go on our website, www.blackcommerce.org, and you can sign up. It's really simple to do on our website. Or if you're a little old fashioned like I am sometime, and you've got a lot of questions and you want to talk to somebody first before you just go online and sign up, then of course you can email us at info@blackcommerce.org, info@blackcommerce.org. Let us know you'd like to speak to someone, and someone will contact you and set up like a phone conference.
Listen, I've never met BB, but I feel like I know her already, and she walked me through it. I mean, she had the patience with me. I guess I was being old fashioned, but you know what? Your website is very easy to navigate. I think I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right.
And that's how I am. I'm like that too. But thank you. Have to shout out BB Bangura is our membership coordinator. She's amazing. And I would like to take this time to invite everyone. On the first Tuesday of every month, BB hosts new member orientation, but we also take that opportunity to invite people who are thinking about joining the chamber but aren't quite yet convinced. Come join us virtually for new member orientation, and you'll get a taste and feel of who we are, what we're about, what we have to offer, and even hear from other chamber members. Don't just take my word for it or BB's word for it or Naja's word for it. Come hear from other people who can testify about the goodness of the chamber.
This is wonderful. So is there a particular link that is available to us on those that you said first Tuesday?
Yes, if you go on our website,
Okay.
www.blackcommerce.org, definitely you can sign up to attend new member orientation, and it's at 10 a.m. every month.
Okay.
On that Tuesday. So yeah, we'd love to have you all come out and attend that. Or if you've been a member for a while and you just need a refresher, we've had some changes. We've added a lot of things that we're super proud of. On social media, we have Member on the Move on Monday. Saturday, we have Small Business Saturday, and we use those times to highlight our chamber members. But we need your information. Oftentimes we're like, come on, give us the information, give us the information. So those are some of the things that BB will discuss at new member orientation.
So we had Africa chime in, Cynthia, Justin, and they're all telling you you're doing a fantastic job and inviting everybody to join the chamber. You know what? Let that be a New Year's resolution. We don't always keep them, but you know what? Business has to abound, and we have to be able to connect. And joining the African American Chamber of Commerce is by far the best way to do that. Blackcommerce.org. Tanisha Nunn Gary, I always tell people, if you give me 15 minutes, I can delve into and give you some information, some tidbits, and then let you connect with that person. We appreciate you so much for giving us your time this evening. Happy, happy, happy New Year to you too. Merry Christmas and all that good stuff. And looking forward to participating in the Christmas event that you're getting ready to do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Monica. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thanks, everyone. www.blackcommerce.org.
Tanisha Nunn Gary, the African American Chamber of Commerce. See you next Thursday for another edition of One Take Live. I'm Monica May. Have a good night. Mm-hmm.